Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock markets, the way the trade panned out today. It was the last trading session of the week. So, how did the markets move, and where were the gains and losses? All of those coming up over the next 4 to 5 minutes. So, do stay tuned. So, first up, it was the sixth consecutive day of losses for the Sensex and the Nifty. The markets have been falling consistently. If you look at the Sensex, it ended 137 points lower. It gave up all the gains that we had seen in the initial trading action today. The Nifty slipped below the 15,800 mark as well in today's trading session. The stock that was on the watch list was State Bank of India. After the Q4 results, the stock had tanked 4% in trade today. On the contrary, you did see Tata Motors zooming 8% after the March quarter earnings, RBL Bank rallying 13% on a very, very strong result of Q4. On the profitability front, the company has posted a 163% year-on-year jump. So that stock was definitely in focus today. Of course, the Tech Mahindra, Eicher Motors also report their numbers today. So those stocks were also in the focus list. S&P has revised Tata Steel's outlook to positive, reaffirmed a rating of BBB negative. Again, that stock also in focus. LIC IPO right ahead of its listing is back in focus and in the news coverage because the company has priced its top end of the indicated range as the issue price of 949 rupees. So that could give in some kind of a breather to all the investors who've been looking at the consistently falling gray market premium at this point in time. But what really moved the markets today? Well, it was the high domestic inflation data that spooked the investors and also in a risk led to a recent sell off as well. Also, when you talk about the domestic markets that have been witnessing time and bound of some kind of rebound from all those falls, but the question is, will the markets really recover from all these losses in the next week going forward from here also or not? Look at the small cap index that rallied about 1% in trade, even as benchmarks bled very, very sharply in today's trading session. So it was outperforming the benchmarks, bucking the trend in a way. Autos, pharma, FMCG, these were among the leading sectoral gainers today. Whereas metals, banks, financials definitely bled the most today. Talk about the Nifty Bank that was down by 1.2%, financial services index down by 1.2% as well. Talk about the other private and the PSU banks too. The PSU banks, however, managed to end in the green with 0.04% of an uptick. Very, very mild, positive to flattish to a positive mood on that front. But other than that, it was the private banks that were also dragging the street today. Realty index down by 0.25% as well. So those were the drag factors. Metals really losing its sheen, 2% down in trade today. Sensex heat map showed that 14 of the 30 stocks ended in the green. So it was completely divided when you talk about the market breadth today. The top gainers included the likes of Sun Pharma, M&M, and HUL, whereas the losers on the Sensex were SBI, Bharti Airtel, and ICICI Bank too. Now, remember, there's a whole lot of focus on the inflationary pressures. CPI inflation has come in at an 8-year high at 7.79%. And this has again put all the focus on the upcoming RBI meetings. And there is an anticipation that the RBI may well continue to raise the rates, policy rates, in the next review meeting as well. So that's something that has been the talking point today. Another news flow that does not really concern the stock markets, but it's important to track for all the users of Twitter, that the deal is the Twitter deal with Elon Musk is temporarily on hold. And this has been mentioned by Elon Musk himself on his Twitter handle today. And that news has actually led Twitter stock, which is listed on the US stock exchanges, in the pre-opening action to show some kind of sharp declines of over 20% as well. So that's going to be extremely important to track as the overnight trade of Friday that will ultimately impact the stock markets in India on Monday too, in case that leads to a very heavy sell-off in the entire technology index of NASDAQ on the US markets too as well. So keep an eye out on all of these stocks and sectors because the markets have definitely been in a free fall kind of a situation in the last 4 to 5 odd trading sessions. We'll just have to wait to find out whether things settle down soon enough and we will not get too many jerks and jitters as we move into the next week as well. With that, I wrap up right here, but do stay tuned on to Business Today TV to understand whatever is going on in the world of business and stock markets and all the buzz on the D Street, which we'll keep on continuing to get to you as well. Thanks a lot for tuning in for now.